Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get... North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Delaware's offense takes the field. And what a performance, an aerial show for this guy in the last game. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? With the catch, it's John. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off play action. And the defense got him at the 27.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one. Put some pressure on them. They're already off to a great start.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He turns that loose down the right side. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Mean Green offense takes over, and they'll go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
North Texas will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing it.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Time by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Giles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Finding an escape route. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Knox. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary, drop back in your zone, and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. This will be his 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. From the gun, give on the inside. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program is because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. Makes the grab on the left. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. North Texas really has it going on offense. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Mean Green. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and the wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The play action fake. Gets it out quickly. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He rifles one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Pocket breaking down. Finds his big tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Going the other way, and he's got room. Nice pickup on the return, and more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. Tagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he's going to bring it out. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and North Texas has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. The give to the back. Out of the crowd, just plowing ahead. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can hold it, and I can throw all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to set.
He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Gives it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. On the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Blue Hens had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Delaware. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Penn State is down, but don't rule out some late-game magic. With that offense and the kid on D, who's the latest stud at linebacker, anything is possible.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man out of the backfield.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Got his hand quickly. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll run the sneak for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Fires to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He's got him this time. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Mean Green trying to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Kicks it out of the air. That'll move the chains. It'll be a first down for North Texas. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. From the gun, the ground game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got his man. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The give on the counter. They pick up half of it. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. It's complete! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. North Texas will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snatch it quickly on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Gone over the middle. It's knocked. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Running to Green. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys and Hughes Stadium.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Snags it over the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. North Texas lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just a little off. Incomplete. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, and it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Blue Hens have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Nice defense. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They believe they can run right here. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. North Texas to the line with a 1.5 miles to go on 3rd down. Great protection, and down the middle it goes. Touchdown, Mean Green. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
I tell you what, this offense is featuring. They're doing a really good job. This guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Minnesota. studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working that left side now. He steps out of bounds, a couple yards short of the 20. They'll mark it at the 18 after that pickup. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. He'll pull it on the read. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Hand off from the gun. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28. North Texas can dig into that playbook on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Blue Hens want to move quickly. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Blue Hens come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Using the quick game. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Unloads quickly. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Trying to run it in. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. Quick strike through the air for the score.
3rd and goal situation, and as quarterback you're thinking, I gotta find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner goes down. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Mean Green can be aggressive if they choose here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistake. Pass rush, gets there, gets him down at the 23.
There's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Got room at the 35. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. Off the play fake on first down. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 5 over Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
How about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Might as well give it to him again. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll leave it with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Mean Green trying to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with this kick. Never a doubt. That puts them on top here in the 4th.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter, go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Fielded in the end zone, it's John. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Don't get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that pass there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On 4th down, has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got him in. It's Knox.
And this offense has got to pick their spots, right? Like, you got to use the sideline if you can, get the big plays and get the 1st down. Be very smart here down the stretch of this game, maximizing yards, but maximizing time.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. And the Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. A shot toward the end. Fires up. Now it's picked up.
You're down late in the game. You got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You can tell the quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. North Texas comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll move the chains. It'll be a 1st down for North Texas. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's
Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. The Blue Hens offense comes onto the field first today. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports. And when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, better look out.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Blue Hens kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's Knox. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They march 78 yards down the field. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Rice Owls offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. Rice rushes to the line. Guys, let's chat just a little about Rice. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could be bright. You take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. stop just short of the first down. And the Blue Hens can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got his man across the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, this guy struggled the last time out. He knew he had to get back in the film, get back to the practice field, and work on some things. And I think he did some good work because he's already thrown for more yards in this first quarter than he did his last time out.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Powers through the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Safe completion on the screen. Open space at the 25. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Using the quick game. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They're up by 7 over Ball State. Any big developments here on the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Rice rushes to the line. They'll run play action. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. They'll try to get him through the air. Finds the tight end. There he goes. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Quick strike complete. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
action. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think we saw that deep middle area vacated. He said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Running to the left. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man down the middle. Bounced off his feet. The Blue Hens come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. And the veteran presence is obvious for this senior behind center. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, the offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. It's caught. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Rice rushes to the line. the play fake. Rushes on him. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And his throw is incomplete. Now staring at a third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And they've gotten a superb performance from their senior quarterback. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up the yardage on the return. What a play there.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence in the football tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing a turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Owls racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick release on the RPO. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Looking for room. It's Snow. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Owls line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, my God! Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 5 yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad.
And the quarterback and sacked at the 12.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down. What a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere. An absolute ball.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It'll be a draw. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down right. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Sure hands, it's snow. He will not get there. A stop on 3rd down leaves him with a 4th down from the 18-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Nebraska. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls and fires complete.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Pulls it in. It's Siegel. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at 48.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. It's complete to the left. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Blue Hens will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Swings it out to his running back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
The Blue Hens will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his slot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out to the back. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Cradles it at the 35. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Now on first down from the 28. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Delaware.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Down Rice. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Owls hit it quickly to the line. Swing it on second down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Pulls it and fires to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the Big Mounts carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeps it on the bootleg. Pass rush. Gets there. That's home. Gets him down at the 23.
Another sack by this defense. But how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They reached deep in the playbook, used almost all of them, it seemed, Jesse, and still ended up having to punt last time.
And I think on this next drive, David, you can go back to some of the stuff that worked that last drive, too. Find the things that you had success with. You just got to be able to build on that.
Yeah, and just break that extra tackle, make that extra play, make the guy miss, put a drive together so you can finish with some points.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got the quick pass. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down Rice. To the air on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Catch inside the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked. This offense in dire need of a touchdown is 3rd and goal, but this is probably 4-down territory. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he runs in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 13 over Nebraska. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Slithers into space.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the 5. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Blue Hens are marching down the field. Finds his big tight end. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Blue Hens want to crank the tempo. Efficiency on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Delaware. Fit it in the window for the score. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Give to the running back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here they come facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Blue Hens will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Catches it at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. The RPO, it's complete.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. It's complete to the right. They're able to make the stop, but he is beyond the line to gain. It's 1st down Rice. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And right through the defender, and now he's still running. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Hold it. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Nicholson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Right on the money. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Man, it is do or die time right now for this offense playing at home, and the quarterback just takes the play over. On 4th,
just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. And when you've been around a while, as this guy has behind center, you expect this type of performance, and boy, has he delivered. And he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, this guy's virtually unstoppable.
Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Finding open areas. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. From the red zone, looking for a man. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
The pull and pull off the RPO. They'll get it down second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.